Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and my studio. Today I'm sharing two fun card projects featuring a really cool stencil from Altenew. I love how these cards turned out, I love how simple they are, and how cool they look in the end. To see that video, stick around. It's coming up next. Here's a look at some of the products I'm going to create with today, and this is the Dynamic Duo Playful Watercolor Flowers. Now I have to show you this because Altenew has these really cool pockets, and I think this is great for just keeping your products organized, especially when they have things like a stencil or an embossing folder and dies. This is pretty straightforward because what we have here is we have two layering stencils. They have guides and numbers to help show you where everything goes on your piece. So they're all labeled and they say like, let's see here, A1, A2, A3, and then stencil 2 has the B layers. Plus, the thing that I love about this, if you are new, you can say, oh, how does this go? And then you can follow their color guidelines, or you can come up with some of your own. And I thought today I would do a really simple monochromatic blooms and some green leaves. And then we're going to stamp on the details to get this really cool look for our card. So let me get set up for our stenciling. I've got my Stamp Wheel 2.0 and I'm going to take a piece of the Nina Classic Crest Solar White. This is in the 110. And I've got my stencil here, and I'm going to start with A1. We'll just pop these flowers. That's right there in the center, should be fine. I'm going to be trimming this down, cropping it somehow, so we'll see how this all comes together. But I'm going to mask you here, and I'm going to mask a little off here too. I'm just using Post-it notes today because it's just easier. And it keeps everything protected nicely. Oh, look, there's a spare. All right, let's start with our lighter color. I'm going to take a clean brush that I have here. We're going to use Iceberg. And let's get this brush seasoned up here a bit. Tap a little, rub it in. And I'm going to blend these two flowers with the Iceberg. Starting on the edges a little darker. And then we'll fade it in to the center. So it gets kind of that nice glowy look. It's so pretty. What a pretty ink color. All right, come over here and do the same on these petals. Leave a little bit of light and dark. I think that's really pretty. And that is the first color to go down. So we'll take off our Post-its. Actually, lift. You guys come up over here and here. Oh, I did get a little extra ink on there. Well, that's going to change how I crop it. Oops. Okay. Oh, Cathy, there's always something when I'm using a product for the first time. All right, we're going to spritz to clean, and I'm just going to dab off. That's alcohol in the bottle. We'll clean off the back side too, and the nice thing about the alcohol is it dries right away. It evaporates into the air, so then when I go to put my stencil down for the next color, it's not going to be wet. So here's what I want to do. There are lines here. Let's see if you can see them. Yeah, they're there. There we go. It's going to help you in placement. So you just outline that and press. So here I can stick this down and it will stay nicely. Here though, I do need to say we're going to get you down, and you can see where I bent my little guy there. You can put a little adhesive on there, or you can do what I'm going to do, which is use your craft pick. Because if you do, let's grab this. Oh, not ultramarine. I want to go with the eastern sky on this flower. Okay. Because this is a really bold color. It's beautiful. I'm just going to make sure that stays down. And then when I blend over here, over the other flowers, this will stay in place, hopefully, as long as I don't move too much. And again, we're going to go for having darker on the edges. I'm going to go right over the top, like that. Do a little sweeping. That flower is done. Now, I can come down here. I think I'll do the Misty Sage. And I'll grab a brush that I did. Let's see here. I don't think there's much on here, but we'll just go with this green brush. And here, we'll bring this in. Again, trying to have it be a little darker at the base of the leaf. Like that. And then fade it out. And now we have these in place. And again, just be careful of those little parts that stick in like that. I was not, the first time I was playing with this stencil set, kind of bent it. Now it's more lining up of that outline, and it's pretty easy to see through when you're doing it. Again, bring my Post-its back in. Like that. Up here, we are going to use a little pistachio. And we'll bring this up here. Very pretty green. Definitely trying to have that fade to give it sort of that watercolory look. All right, very nice. Now for these little friends in the center, I'm just going blue, but here I'm going to grab the ultramarine, which is going to be a really dark blue, and just swirl that in there. Swirl that in there. And swirl it right in the center of that bloom too. Okay, so we're getting dark blues in the centers. All right. Lovely. We'll continue on with the pistachio and bring in more blooms over here. Go. I think I'll come back here with a little bit of Misty Sage. And just again, bring it into a few places to have it be a little deeper. Isn't that just dreamy and pretty? Oh, I love it. All right, so we have the basics here. And now what I can do is stamp on my details. So I'm going to take the stamps off here and position them right where I want them to be for the design. Okay. And here's the beautiful part about this. If this isn't lined up perfectly, honestly, nobody's going to care because it just looks so cool with a little bit of the outline. So we'll do the rest of the stamps in a second. I'm going to be using the obsidian. So let me grab my stamp wheel plate and my ink. Picking this up, and then I will lift it, flip it this way. I'm going to use the Altenew conditioning eraser. Got some ink on there from another project. Oh, Cathy, you gotta clean. Just getting the coating off here. And we're gonna take the black ink. This is such a great black ink. I love this. The more I'm getting to use it, the more I love it. Okay. And I guess I didn't need to quite go that aggressive with it because it's just so fabulous on its own. And now we're going to flip it and stamp it. So I'm locking it right into position here and press. And I'll use this tool to make sure I get a nice impression. Oh, doesn't that look good? Okay, and now I'll bring this here, clean it off a little. Just wipe that off. Now we'll just place in the outline of these leaves here. And then there's one more little guy here. And let's get our stamp wheel. Okay, pick it up, flip it over. My pigment ink that I'm getting all over my hands. Ink it up. We'll close that for now and bring it right back in and press. It's so funky and artsy. I love it. Now, before I do anything else, I think this is just a really nice option for a thank you card. So I'm going to layer in my thank you here, and I will stamp it also in the black ink. I'm going to add a little spatter to it, and then we'll crop it in such a way that it will work beautifully. And we'll pick this up, stamp that. I'm trying not to get black ink all over everything. Flip it and drop it in like that. And that is perfectly stamped. So let me get this cleaned up and grab my splats box. Before I add on my spatter, sometimes what I like to do is actually cover the greeting so that it doesn't get obliterated by what I'm putting on. Sometimes it does, like if you get a little blob on there and it's just not what you want. So let me grab my brush. And I think for this, let me grab the jet black ink. Rather than use my pigment ink, I'm going to use the jet black, and I'll just squish some down here. Add a little water. Wet down my brush and pick it up and just put some across. That's it. Well, maybe a little more there and there. All right. Now, as soon as everything dries, and I can lift this up too, I'll cut this down and turn it into a card. Now that this ink has dried, I'm going to crop it. And here I'm going to take one of these are my new A2 piercing layers dies. And what I'm going to crop like that because I want to have a smaller panel. And yes, we're cropping some of that beautiful, although should I go up one? Boy, let me see. Sometimes I change my mind. Yeah, I think I want a little more of the design in here. But I'm liking that crop better. Okay, line it up, tape it, and let me run that through my die cut machine. Now I'll have this beautiful pierced looking border all around the edge. Isn't that cool? Let me get this onto a note card to finish out this card project. I grabbed this piece of blueberry cardstock This is actually from Concord and Ninth. I thought this would look really pretty. And so we are going to score this at 5.5 to be a top folding US A2 note card. And oh, I think I cut my cardstock off a little. Line it up, hold it in place, and press up. There we go. Give that a nice press. I'm going to flip this over and stamp my logo on the back. Okay. Flip this back over. Again, give it a good press. I will tape this closed because if I don't, it pops up and I cannot see what I'm doing. All right. And then we'll just pop that right on top. I've got some Altenew foam tape on the back here. Take these off. And pop this down. Excuse my head if it gets in the way. Kind of have to look. Yeah, the head's going to get in the way. Come on, head. There we go. There we go. Isn't that just an elegant one-layer card? Let me put something shiny on this. I'll just dump some sequins out here onto my little boop dish. This is my new embellishment dish that just makes me very happy because I can spread things out and see the different sizes. And I think we'll just start placing a few. I don't think I need a ton on here, but you know, sometimes you just sort of look for some openings. And this actually has some really nice natural places to pop some sequins down, that, and one more small one, maybe just right up there like that. Oh, I think that's very pretty. So we'll use liquid glue. Boop. 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 And the last one. And that finishes this card project. But isn't that fun? I love this painterly, whimsical look of this. And again, any colors that you wanted to use in here, you can change things up. Love how that turned out. I wanted to show you one more card that I did using the bee stencil for the Dynamic Duo. And this just gives a slightly different arrangement and look, although they're very similar. I used Dusty Pink and Blush Rose for this card, and for my note card base, I used Innocent Pink from Gina K Designs. So there's 2 cards, 2 stencils, and the one thing that's so nice about this is they're very thin for mailing. There's not a lot of bulk when you do this one, well, 2 layers because I have it popped up, but it's essentially a 1-layer design with no die cuts. And I think those turned out so well. You can find links to all of the products I used in today's video in the YouTube description box. I'll also have a blog post with photos and more details as well. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you, so please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'd love to have you leave a comment as well. I'll see you back here with another card project soon.